Hi, our friends out there in podcast land. I hope everybody is doing well this afternoon. Actually, it could be morning or it could be evening, wherever you are. Um, we are so happy to be here with you today. And today, the star of our show is Mr. Claudio Catani, the general manager of our favorite, the Hotel Brunelleschi in beautiful Florence, Italy. I personally have had the pleasure, and I know my colleague has also had the pleasure several times of being with Claudio in the field, bringing him into some of your offices. So I want to thank you, Claudio, for agreeing to do this interview with Jeff and I today. It's really going to be fun. Of course, we would love to be doing this in person in Florence, but I guess those times are hopefully facing us in the near future. So I'd also like to introduce my colleague, Jeff Verlotta, who lives in and covers the state of Florida, which is a huge state. And I'm going to ask Jeff to say hello.
Hi, everyone, or ciao bella, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity, and we love working with Claudio. With Classic, we consider Classic basically a big family, and he is part of our family. He really is.
Thank you.
We feel like he is part of family for us too. So it's talking to an old friend.
That is true.
So, like we say in Italy, right now it's evening. So buonasera, everybody, and it's a great honor to be with you tonight, and especially with Cindy and Jeff. And I hope to tell you something interesting about the Brunelleschi, something at least you haven't heard before.
Well, we're going to dive right into it then. So please forgive me. I have some questions here for you, but I've written them down, so I can't really look at the camera. I must read them because I couldn't memorize them. But first question is, the Santa Elisabetta restaurant just won another Michelin star. So walk us through your favorite restaurant experience there from start to finish. What food was prepared? What wine was served? Can you do that for us?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, the project Santa Elisabetta. Do you mind if I share
Please
this
share
screen so everybody can see the restaurant?
Wow.
So the Santa Elisabetta, first of all, is the name of the piazza, of the little tiny piazza where the Brunelleschi entrance is. So we decided to start this project 3 years ago. We hired Rocco. Rocco is our talented chef. He's coming from Naples. And because we thought that a luxury hotel must have a very fine dining restaurant. And with Santa Elisabetta, which is the smallest restaurant in Florence with 7 tables, we decided with the owners to start this project. And I think we made a great step onward, because last year we gained the Michelin star. And when Rocco knew about that, he came to my office crying and said, "Mr. Catani, we made it," and we were all crying of happiness, of course. But the Santa Elisabetta's passion is real food. Is like I always like to say, no air, no foam, is real food, like you can see here. This is my favorite dish at the Santa Elisabetta. On the left side, they are not ravioli, it's filled pasta, but the name is cappelletti, that in Italian is like tortellini, something like that. Memory of Sunday, because the idea of the chef is to give the guest the taste and the feeling of what he was experiencing when he was a child with moms at home Sunday morning, because you know that Italians' mom are preparing the ragu, the bolognese sauce, waking up at 6:00 a.m. in the morning because he has to cook for 6 hours, ready for lunchtime. So this was the idea of the cappelletti. And when I am lucky enough to have dinner there or lunch, I combine this cappelletti with this wine, the Monte di Grazia Rosso, which is a wine coming from Naples, because from the Costiera Amalfitana, where the chef is from. And the story of this wine is really interesting because the owner is called Alfonso, and he owns the vineyards on the Costiera Amalfitana in an area which is called Tramonti. Tramonti is sunsets. So you can only imagine the view from that vineyards. And he chooses the organic farming and the very traditional ancient rules. So consequently, the number of bottles are very limited. And this is why I like very much this wine together with this Cappelletti. Also, because maybe the memories are, I still thinking about the chef with the mom and so on. So I'm very romantic. So, but the Cappelletti are very nice and very really tasty.
Are we seeing the new slide?
Sorry?
Are we seeing the new slide? Because I'm still seeing the pasta.
No, it's yeah, the pasta, the Cappelletti, and the wine. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just so hungry. It's what it is.
Well, it looks like it could be my favorite meal too. That's for sure.
Yeah,
well, here it's dinner time, so I'm really getting hungry.
Okay, so I know this is a really tough question. I know it's really tough. It's like asking who is your favorite child, but do you have a favorite suite at the hotel? Is there something? Oh, and
wow.
I am ready. I am ready.
That looks pretty amazing.
That's this is my favorite baby, I would say. Sorry for the other. I love all of them, but especially during the summertime, this is the suite to go. I mean, the pool suite, especially this summer with all this situation of social distancing and so on, the idea of having a private terrace with a jacuzzi and the possibility to have a Michelin dinner privately served in your suite, this was the high selling package for the year. Amazing experience. So the sun, you can enjoy your dinner right in front of the Duomo, looking at the stars. Amazing experience.
I could quarantine there. I could definitely quarantine there for 14 days. Never have to leave the room.
Never leave.
Yeah, that
and the food. I can tell you the story. During the lockdown, I had to, the beginning of April, I had to go there for photo shooting because we had the idea of the package, so blah, blah, blah. So I had to drive from the coast, from Viareggio to Florence all the way. And I was stopped by the police twice. I said, okay, I'm the GM of the Brunelleschi, I'm going there. Then I had to overnight, and I was so sad of overnighting there. So, so I had to, somebody has to do it. I mean, and I did it.
But I think you need one of us to experience it as well, so that we can come back and sell it for you.
I think would be a great idea. As soon as you would be back,
I'm ready. As soon as they open those borders, I am on the first plane out. Really.
Absolutely. And the suite is up to 4 people. Duplex.
I'm just one.
Yeah,
I'm just one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take us to another subject and ask you, because again, you and I spend some time together and we always have so much to talk about, but I never really asked you, how you got started in your career, what brought you to the Hotel Brunelleschi. I do know that you have a major degree, and I think it's in business or finance, and you did go to school in America. I do know that. But what brought you to your current role, your position with the hotel?
Everything started because my father used to be the head concierge at the Excelsior in Florence. So it was, big guy with the golden keys
Right.
behind the desk, and with my mom, I used to go pick him up after the work. And I was looking at my father talking in English and German with all these people. I said, how cool is my father? I want to be like him. And I was a little child. And then against him, because he didn't want me to take this career, because he said, this is a tough career. You need to work a lot, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I want to do that. And then I took the hotel school. And then after that, I started traveling to UK, Germany, did the army, came back. And then I was, I started as a GM at the age of 28.
Wow.
So my first employee as a general manager, I was 28. Then at 40, I decided I had to start again. And I said, I need to go deeper and better understanding how everything is moving in the hotel industry. And I started my process of studies with Cornell University.
Right.
And in 4 years, I studied day and nights during the weekend and nights during midweek. And my wife told me, if you go on like this, you can go and stay at the hotel. You won't find me any no more when you come back home. But finally, I took my MBA in revenue management and hotel administration. And I was so happy. The best move in my career, because the system, the way of studying is totally different from the one in Italy. And amazing, great experience. And then Brunelleschi 2008. It's already 12 years I'm working here.
Wow.
It's a long story.
It is.
That's 12 years is a long time.
For anywhere, 12 years. So
for Italians, for sure.
One thing we know for sure is everyone loves Italy. Americans love Italy. It is the #1 Europe destination for classic by far. We're very Italy centric. I have my own personal reasons why I love Italy, but we want to hear from you. Why do you love Italy, specifically Florence? What is it about Florence specifically that you think is that draw and what people really love about Florence?
No, Jeff, thank you for the question, because I'm not from Florence. So I'm not the one who loves Florence because
okay.
I
love Florence. I love
born and raised, right? I love Florence, but not because I was born and raised. I love Florence because I like the way it is and the feeling that gives you walking in the little tiny streets and looking at the artisans, and everybody here call you, hey, Claudio, hi, how are you? Florence is a little town compared to the big ones, the big guys, Roma, Venezia, Milano, Parigi. Florence is a village. When you go out, everybody knows you. And hey, did you sleep well? Monday morning, it's all about soccer. So yeah, if I lose with my team, you see, you lose, and they call you to have a coffee together. It's like a village. I'm not saying medieval, but the attitude is very close together, all of us. And I think that the tourists and the people staying here for 2 or 3 nights can feel it from the way we interact, with the locals. And then it's an open air museum. You can walk everywhere and see Roman ruins in the piazza, or maybe a church that it's an unknown church. Not unknown to the majors, but beautiful. And the food. I spent my summer here, the only summer with, of course, almost an empty Florence. And every night I was driving outside 20 minutes, and you go to the countryside. And it's these beautiful hills in 20 minutes. It's a place where you can experience beauties of life. It's really a great place to be, to live, and to stay for a short break.
Wow. Well, it is my favorite place, I can say that. So tell us, in these fluid times, have you learned anything new or picked up any new hobbies? I think you picked up a new hobby as a house painter, because I remember talking to you a few months ago, and you were saying you were getting ready to paint. But what have you been doing, since this hit? I mean, what's changed, and how are the boys? How are Lorenzo and Giacomo?
So I had to survive at home. Imagine that in my whole life, I never spent more than, one vacation per year, 2 weeks at home, never. Because normally I stay at home only during the weekend. So being at home, I had to survive and said, okay, I need to do something. So I became a painter. I did a great job, by the way. Helped Jacopo, which is my smallest, in studying English. Is he looks now, he can look at the film in English in original language. He used to watch only Peppa Pig before, but now he's looking at the big film. And Lorenzo managing all the chats from the girls. So I was quite engaged by the two boys. But what I understood better is the value of the people we have here at the Brunelleschi. I mean, when we do not have time to stop and understand who we are working with, because Cindy and Jeff, from the day after the lockdown, I created the team, the restart team. So all the junior management, we were doing teams meeting twice a week, and from those meetings, the best ideas came up. The package with the Michelin star and so on, and everybody was working while on holidays. I mean, because they were taking vacation, of course, at the beginning. So they were still working. Everybody was available to answer my calls. There was like a volcano. I could not stop. After I was stopping painting and called Fabiola, hey, let's do this, or create this new package. But and the quality of the idea, they were not just answering me, they were giving value to me and the company from people that maybe I never asked something before. So at the end of this situation, what stays with me is the feeling that I have the best team ever. And this is thanks to the pandemic.
Well, that's a good thing. That's something good came out of that. Yeah.
This is, I think it's a positive side of the disaster.
Yeah.
We are all experiencing, especially in the cities. Cities have been hit very hardly. We'll see. I mean, we are here smiling and waiting for the day our clients will come back.
So are we.
And of course, I miss seeing you. I mean, I was in the US every 7 weeks. Can you imagine?
I know.
I look at my profile with the Sky team and say, what's going on? I miss check-in, check-out, hotels, flying, miles, lounge. What's going on? Where is my world?
I know. I had just been with you. I had just been with you in February.
You are the last I saw.
And you are the last I saw. Because I came home. I had to travel once after that. And I came home, and the next day everything was locked down. So, and I still have you on the calendar for February, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Because if you come here, you're not going to get back. Although we would love to keep you. But
listen, if I knew that, I would have stayed. I mean,
Yeah.
I have things to do, so
Yeah.
I can study, I can improve my language, whatever. I can go to Florida with Jeff
You can
fishing.
come to Florida.
You're
We like
welcome to fishing. Well, Jeff is going to be doing a lot of fishing soon, I think, once he moves.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are running out of time. And so I just really want to say thank you so much for being with us. It's always great to see you. You know, I love being with you, love seeing you.
Grazie.
And I just want to say thank you again for, you know, for your fabulous partnership and for your friendship, Claudio, because really without you, Italy is nothing. Or I should say Florence is nothing, but I'll go the whole route and say Italy.
Thank you for this opportunity to say hi to everybody, to see you and Jeff again. Please extend my greetings to all the Classic Vacation team and all the agents, all the BDMs, and we together we can make it. They're not only words. I strongly believe it. I mean, we are a great community and we can do that.
Absolutely. I believe so too. So please say hello to your boys. Jeff, do you have any parting words?
Just again, thank you for everything. And we will get there. We will. We're not sure exactly when, but we will get there. There's no question.
Aren't we the road warriors? We are.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. My suitcase is still packed.